Now what I tell y'all. Yeah. No, I'm on the phone. Stop listening to mainstream media. Stop listening to mainstream media. Try to warn y'all, man. I told y'all stop listening to mainstream media, man. Where was the narrative yesterday? Did he guilty on 4? Right, hold up, y'all. My screen black. I told y'all yesterday when they was telling y'all Diddy was guilty on 4 counts. I said, yo, that don't make sense. That don't make sense. Cause if he was guilty on 4 counts, he'd have been guilty of the RICO. Hold up. What's up, Charlene? Not guilty of trafficking Cassie. Not guilty of trafficking Jane Doe. Man, we on DD. I'm gonna get the DDG motherfucking ass. We on his ass. They came back with a verdict quick as a bitch.
Stuck in a difficult roommate situation and an even worse credit situation, good thing there's self.
He got found guilty on 2 of the weakest charges.
To the major credit bureaus. No hard pull or score required. Make the most out of your rent.
Charlene.
Charged with domestic violence. Sean Combs has been charged with this grand scheme, this RICO enterprise, if you will. And there's a big difference between being involved in the RICO scheme and being, unfortunately, a serial abuser. And if we were on trial for him being a serial abuser...
Let's go back.
I want to bring our Sierra Gillespie in right now, who's outside the courthouse. Sierra, what is the vibe there?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm telling you, Chris, this came out of nowhere. No one was expecting that after 1 hour worth of deliberations, we would have a verdict. So much so, the P. Diddy's family left the courthouse. They thought they were probably going to go get some brunch or something, and all of a sudden they're turned around. So I'm telling you, the instant that people were able to show up, I'm shocked by it. There's a major crowd outside of the courthouse. I mean, I have no idea where all of these people came from just to surround and hear all of this. And I mean, I think the vibe is that this is a pretty big win for P. Diddy. I mean, not guilty on count 1 of racketeering. Huge win. I mean, that could potentially throw the life sentence out the window. And it can definitely, you can definitely tell in the crowd here, people who are pro Diddy are definitely happy about it.
And I know we talked about when we signed off at the end of last hour, when Diddy's kids left, you saw his sons, his twin daughters, they got in that Sprinter van and they headed out after praying with their dad.
Rob, what's up?
And then he goes to wait out the jury deliberations. I know his mom and his sister were in the courtroom, but did you see them get back? Were they there for this verdict?
I believe so that they were. And I'm telling you, straightforwardly, everything was a mess when we heard the verdict. Elizabeth Milner got up, ran inside. I jumped in, plugged in my microphone and my IFB, ready to go. So it was almost like a frenzy here. You can kind of feel the vibes, and that's what I'm trying to convey to you all, by the way, that here everyone can kind of feel the vibes that something wild is going on. I did see the commotion behind me. I did see the Sprinter van, but honestly, I was plugging in during all of this, so I didn't physically see them with my eyes, but I do believe that they were there in the courtroom.
And if you're just joining us here on Law and Crime on the live stream, it's great to be with you. We have a verdict in the trial of Sean Diddy Combs, and I want to read through this verdict for you once again, just so we're all on the same page. The judge said, or the deputy, in the matter of the U.S. versus Combs, count 1, juror number 5, The foreman says not guilty. Sex trafficking of Cassandra Ventura, not guilty. Transportation for prostitution, guilty. Sex trafficking of the victim that went by the pseudonym Jane, not guilty. And then transportation for prostitution of Jane, guilty. Have another court update coming in. The judge asking them.
Not guilty, man. Man, they sex trafficked the motherfucking girls, man. They made this whole big firestorm about Diddy sex traffic. Yo, he didn't sex traffic them girls, man. They was willing participants. The only thing they should. This was a good jury, man. The only thing they should. I'd have disregarded all the shit just because I do. Hey, shut your ass up. Hold on. Hey, y'all. What I tell you about doing that every goddamn day? Shut up. What the fuck? Sean, you can say, go outside. Look at my sit up there when you gotta do. What I tell you about this? Come on, yo, you too old for that, y'all. That man Diddy might get time served, man. That nigga Diddy fucking around get time served. 3 years. 3 years maybe. Fucking media lied all this fucking time, man. Telling he sex trafficked them girls. Them girls are willing participants. Like we've been saying since the beginning. They was willing participants.
Media not to question jurors about their deliberations. Jurors, you can contact our chambers. You gave up a lot these 10 weeks. It is inspiring. You worked together, rain or shine. You answered the call of public service. That should give us hope. The judge then says, I need to address a few matters with the lawyers. Then I will come back to meet with you jurors.
He was never telling.
To the jury. Then the jurors then
wasn't never going to tell it. The people that was pushing that narrative was lying, right? Yo, the media has been lying since the fucking beginning, yo. Since the very beginning. They've been lying. They was trying to take the jury pool. When they did take the jury pool, but the jury looked at the evidence. They looked at the evidence and they saying like, yo, how you gonna say this is not a RICO? It's not a criminal organization. This is a guy that enjoyed porn. That's it and that's all, like we've been saying since the beginning. That's all it was. It was a guy that enjoyed porn and brought porn to him. Is that a crime? I guess when you doing it across state lines, but is that a RICO? Is that sex trafficking? Man, fuck no. And I was telling y'all yesterday when they were like, they got him guilty on 4 counts. I said, yo, we don't know if that's true or not. Yo, he could be not guilty on 3 and find him guilty. You understand? Y'all was on that live yesterday when we was talking about it.
The courtroom and the judge says, I'll hear any application then about sentencing date. Combs' attorney, Mark Agnifilo, says he should be released. Combs Agnifilo says he is no longer charged with sex trafficking or racketeering. His plane has been chartered. It is in Maui. He does not have access to his plane. This is his first conviction, and it is a prostitution offense. He should be released. William Corman, criminal defense attorney, as someone in this line of work, how strong of an argument that is that Sean Combs should be released?
Man, Diddy ready to get time served. Hey, yo, Diddy get time served. Yo, these niggas is going to be upset. He been in that bitch 10 months. How much time should you give a person for transtituting prostitutes from state to state? I don't think you get 10 years for that, man. First time offense? No, hell no.
The problem is this: Combs has a significant amount of assets, and if Sean Combs chose not to come back to court to be sentenced, he would be able to do that. So again,
hey, Tissa Tails gonna get that freak off after all, y'all. Might get it sooner than she thought. You heard me.
He has no criminal record. Correct, he's been found guilty only of the lowest hanging fruit, as we've been calling it. I think it's an argument that can be made. Obviously, the prosecution is going to argue against it vociferously. I'd be surprised if the judge went along with it, but candidly, I think we've all been a little surprised by what's happened in the past few hours.
Nobody been surprised. Only y'all niggas. Only niggas that listen to y'all lying motherfuckers been surprised. Anybody that know what the fuck going on, man, I said once. I've been saying, yo, long as he beat them big charges, yo, that's a win. They find him guilty of transporting prostitutes. Yo, this all this is documented online. Diddy Ray get 3 years. You know what I mean? Something minor. He need to get time served. He been in that bitch 10 months.
But again, I don't anticipate the judge will allow it.
Mark Agnifilo continuing on here saying his family is here and could sign a bond. He should be released today to go back and live at 2-Star Island, which is in Miami. Judge says, this is just coming up right now. I will hear from the government in a moment. Are you proposing he just walk outside now? And the defense says yes. Candace, there's going to be a lot of conversation about Sean Combs and his legacy. You can't unsee the 2016 video from the Intercontinental Hotel, that is for sure. But how does this verdict impact how people may view Sean Combs going forward?
You know, some people are going to view him as a hero. Some people are going to view him as a victim. They really will. Some people are going to say, what in the world? We were in there for 7 weeks and we heard all of this debauchery and all of these things that when we look at the cumulative effect of the evidence, I think he was guilty. So you're going to have people on both sides. But I think in terms of his legacy, personally, the legacy for him is going to still be his music. That's going to survive and live. But I think there's a legacy that's going to happen in terms of this case in particular. And when RICO is used, there's going to be a lot of conversation.
That's what I've been saying the whole time, though, yo. He had to beat them charges, yo. Like, yo, if Diddy if they'd have found Diddy guilty of a RICO, oh my gosh, yo, do you know the precedent that would have fucking set? If they'd have found Diddy guilty of sex trafficking, you know the precedent that would have set for future cases. That's why this case was so important. That's why I was so invested in it. It wasn't about Diddy. It's about the overreach. Like, yo, you can't allow the feds to just do whatever the fuck they want to do. You can't allow that, man. You got to fight against that because once it starts, yo, they only attack the black community with the shit, man. Man, Freak Off's back on the menu, man. Man, make Freak Offs great again. You heard me. Yeah, make Freak Offs great again, man.
An information exchange online and on shows like yours about when do we really need to apply RICO, because out of this, I think that's what the largest conversation has been about. Yes, there was Astroglide and yes, there was baby oil, but what is this RICO and what does it mean? And is it being unfairly used by people who are in the music industry? Is it being unfairly used by people like him who happen to be rich and seemed like someone who we could make a big headline out of if we're the prosecutors? This is what the defense was saying in their closing argument, that this is just over prosecution of someone who, let's leave his legacy alone. There's nobody here who's coming after Sean Combs, but the government. Don't trust them. I think that's going to be the lasting legacy of this case in particular.
And you think of the 2016 video once again, and it's the video of Sean Combs. He's in a towel. He's chasing after Cassie Ventura, and grabs her and beats her. It was video that Sean Combs then, according to testimony from a security guard, he paid off $100,000 to get rid of what he thought was the only copy. And yet, in the end, they find not guilty of sex trafficking of Cassandra Ventura. William, what about her testimony just didn't get the job done? Or maybe should I say, what is it about the defense's argument that did get the job done and got a not guilty verdict?
I'm going to assume that it was the defense counsel's argument that was saying
it wasn't fuck the defense argument. It was the evidence. It was the evidence, man. It wasn't no defense. It was the evidence. It spoke for itself. What's up, Real? You're bluffing ass. It's the evidence spoke for itself. The man ain't sex trafficked nobody. They all wanted it. They all was willing. You feel me? They was all willing participants, man. It was obvious. The media just was lying and twisting narratives, and people was believing that dumbass shit. Man, Diddy ready to come on. Get that man probation, man. How much time should you really get for that? Like, literally. How much time should you really get for that? First time offender? Real, you lost, man. Technically, you lost. But I see you $20. But technically, you lost. I said Diddy ain't sex traffic. Diddy didn't sex traffic.
Look, this is a complicated relationship. This is a relationship that was fraught with domestic violence. But Sean Combs hasn't been charged with domestic violence. Sean Combs has been charged with this grand scheme, this RICO enterprise, if you will. And there's a big difference between being involved in the RICO scheme and being, unfortunately, a serial abuser. And if we were on trial for him being a serial abuser, there's no argument to be made. We've all watched the video. We're going to watch it 100 times during the course of this trial. But you can't make the connection between him being a serial abuser to him running this giant criminal enterprise.
See, this is the shit that pissed me off with them. Why are they saying that now? Why didn't they say that during the trial? See, this is what mainstream media is like a game. You understand? They take you on these rides. You up, you down. It's a game. It ain't really about facts and proof. They trying to put on a show. I ain't trying to put on no motherfucking show. Yeah, we gonna laugh and joke, but I want to get straight to the real, straight to the facts, straight to the truth. We ain't out this bitch got time to be playing games every day I come on YouTube. Now, it's a huge jump to do this and do that. Yo, but why you ain't say that? Yo, you had 7 months to say that, bro. At least the last 6 weeks. They had 6 weeks to say that. But that's not what they were saying. That's not what they were saying. They were saying Diddy sex traffic these women.
Including the sex trafficking, because again, there was a huge amount of digital footprints where she was involved in it, and she was willing to go along with it, and she was amenable to it, and she indicated that she was into it, and things along those lines. And those points obviously hit home with the jury.
And also not guilty on sex trafficking of the victim who went by the pseudonym Jane, who also there were text messages that the defense used to argue that these were consensual relationships. There's been a lot of talk here, so I want to say hello to the 55,000 people joining us right now for this coverage.
Them 55,000 people should be mad as a bitch that they've been lied to. But this is what the mainstream media is able to get away with lies and just keep going. You understand what I'm saying? Yo, that 55,000 people should all unsubscribe. Y'all lied to everybody for fucking 7 months or however long Diddy been booked. Blatant lies. Evidence was there. The paperwork was there. They told blatant lies.
Verdicts in the trial of Sean Diddy Combs. There's been a lot of talk about just how good Sean Combs' defense team was, that this was the all-star dream team cast for a defense team. What did they do that is different than the typical defense attorney that you see in a courtroom?
Present witnesses, it was kind of like they did, in that they were able to jab
they bad, OG, because they was lied to
on cross-examinations. So really, they had witnesses speaking on their behalf. If you look on it that way, that you are my witnesses, and now I'm going to show inconsistencies. Now I'm going to show bias. Now I'm going to show that you are a money grabber in this particular one. Now I'm going to show that the government is after Sean Combs. So I think that there were a lot of opportunities, and they did do a very good job. On the other hand, so did the prosecution.
Yeah, Hotel Nights coming back. Wild Cake Nights in Vegas. You hear me? Diddy only do it in Vegas. Yo, Wild Cake Nights ain't stopping, y'all. I don't know if people know that or not. We still got to get Tisa Tales in there. We got to get the girl from Headlong Crime Network that been lying the whole time. Nancy Grace. Yeah, you know I mean? Gotta get Nancy Grace. Nancy Grace deserves a freak off for all her hard work and effort. Oh, we gotta get Remy Ma. Unrelated to Diddy, Remy Ma got to get a freak off. She way too hostile, man. Cause their freak offs humble you. You know what I mean? You talk to Cassie today, tomorrow, she gonna be humble as a bitch.
Kind of the
I don't know. Let's check out Tisa Tell before I go to work. Tisa Tell probably with that bitch crying. All she gonna do is change the narrative. I'm telling y'all, they got him guilty on 4 of the 5 counts. I say, yo, hell no. Why you ain't live, Tisa? Oh, she was live 40. Or is she live now? Let's check out Tisa, see what she talking about.
Time for an oil change, Philip. At last place.
I said that yesterday, though.
Henry
Shoot Hefe.
Right, little Henry?
We was talking about it on last night live. I'm like, they lying. They lying. If they would have had him guilty on all 5 counts.
I feel for all the victims that actually came forward and testified.
Jury let noted monster Diddy walk free. we have been what? I think she mean failed.
That put their lives, that shared the most humiliating parts of their life to be picked apart, to be mocked, to be laughed at. In the closing
because you listen to mainstream media, bro. You don't be listening real. If you listen to Keeping G News, you'd have known that shit was the lie. I said it was a lie yesterday.
Jury was sitting there giggling while Mark Agnifilo was saying Cassie's gangster and she could take 2 or 3 people.
She
and
was
my heart
gangster.
goes out to the victims that actually came forward.
I've been saying Cassie was a gangster. You feel me? She was. Cassie was a special breed. You can't just find Cassie everywhere. You can't just walk down the street and find a Cassie, man. That's why Diddy was so protective over him.
Heart goes out to the future victims that saw what happened, that saw what money and power it bought, and my heart goes out to those people that put themselves on the line only to get this. People are cheering. We're going to talk about what this means. We're going to talk about what happened. And the jury has found Sean Diddy Combs not guilty. We're going to talk about what this means. We're going to talk about what happened. We're going to talk about what the government said, and we're going to talk about the way I feel.
To the evidence. I told you don't know shit about law. If you would have been listening instead of talking, you would have known what this was.
That jury has failed us. I feel like the jury failed us. I feel like we stepped back 20 years. I feel like they sent a message about what they care about. Celebrity, money, power,
there she go.
Influence, flunkies.
There she go. No, there she go. Pushing lies. The evidence didn't say sex trafficking, lying ass girl. It was no evidence of sex trafficking. 0. So yeah, I thought the jury failed this. Yo, the jury did a great job, yo. Because that's all that was. I said that days ago, probably weeks ago. The most that they can get Diddy on. I wasn't wrong. I lost a bet on a bet that we placed a long time ago. I've been said that only thing they got him on is transporting prostitutes. I've been said that. Slam him with how? How they gonna slam him, He's a first-time offender. He's the first time. Slammed him with like what? 3 years? Diddy was just facing life in prison. Diddy won. The fuck you talk about? Diddy won, man. This is a win. The Man Act out of there. Sex trafficking to Jane out of there. Sex trafficking to Cassie out of there. This is a win, my nigga. Man, you tripping. Diddy ready to get 3 years. Diddy fuck around get probation. He's a first-time offender. How much now? So now this is what we doing now. Now Diddy should get 10 years for transporting prostitutes across state lines. I know we ain't doing that now, y'all. I know we ain't doing that. Should Diddy get 10 years for transporting prostitutes across state lines? Man, fuck out of here, man. Man, free that man. Get that man probation, time served, man.
I feel like this is a travesty, okay? I know that there are a lot of Diddy supporters that are celebrating, but they're not even celebrating for Diddy. They're celebrating that wealth, that depravity, that violence.
There she go again. Yo, they try to make it say like, yo, that black people don't got their own brain. Yo, they keep trying to run this narrative. They do it with the rappers. Oh, you only defend rappers. Oh, you only defend... Not, yo, it's not, yo. This ain't about no rappers. This ain't about Diddy and his money. This is about the federal government putting trumped up charges on black men. That's it and that's all. That's it. It ain't about Diddy and his money. Fuck his money. This was an overreach. This was an overreach. I talk about way more than rap shit, Viral. Way more. That's what this was. And they lost. Trying to overreach. Slandered that man for months. Slandered that man for months, man. Fake ass lawsuits for months. Said he was drugging women. Said he was putting baby oil on people that was laced with drugs. They called the guy that got caught with a 0.5 gram of drug mule. Like, yo, just look at the games that the media played on the people, man. They called him a drug mule. A fucking drug mule, yo. Like, yo, I can't get over that. Yo, they called this man a drug mule. The fuck? Oh, he got caught with a 0.5 gram of coke. The fuck is he talking? A drug mule? Like this name was moving trafficking keys. That's when they charged Diddy with distribution. Because Diddy was giving out drugs to people that wanted them. They told the world that if she said no one time, that's sex trafficking. If she say no one time, that's sex trafficking. If he gave drugs one time, that's distribution. Yo, that is lies. That ain't never been the law. They try to change the laws we go along, and you niggas that agree with the shit was ready to let them do it. Y'all's ready to allow them to do it. Man, you crazy. If you think Diddy ready to get a whole bunch of time, yo, you do know it's a such thing as over sentencing, right? Viral. If you think they ready to over sentence this man, you fucking lost. That man is a first time offender. The federal government has guidelines, my guy. There's guidelines in the federal government. Diddy guidelines is probably anywhere from probation to probably 3 years. What gun and dope? Yo, those guns, and that's the thing. Those guns was in the lockbox. Those guns was in the security room. Those guns wasn't fingerprinted. Diddy didn't have his fingerprints on them guns. You talking about a man that got a team of people at his disposal. He got security on deck. You understand what I'm saying? Those guns wasn't his. He wasn't a convicted felon. He could not be around guns. He wasn't no felon. He could be around guns all the fuck he wanted to be around guns. And with drugs. Everybody buy drugs. Everybody buy drugs, man. It's a large percentage of people in this world that buy drugs and give them to people if they want them. He ain't no fucking rat, man. Who he tell on? Who he tell on? Who did he tell on? Yo, I told y'all from the beginning. Yo, Diddy wasn't telling. His lawyer said it. His lawyer did a whole interview. Like, yo, this man ain't telling. Diddy wants to show that a black man from America can beat the feds. That's what Diddy wanted to show. From the beginning. It wasn't never no cooperating. It wasn't never a takedown of the industry. It wasn't never none of that. See, y'all must have missed these videos. Y'all must have missed it. Too many people. Yo, hey Mel, what the hell you been at, Mel? Diddy ain't do shit to Tupac, yo. Tupac got killed because Tupac was trying to be a gangster, yo. Diddy ain't do shit to yo. Diddy is no proof Diddy did anything to Tupac. He ain't just beat the RICO. He beat the sex trafficking too. He beat the counts I said he was gonna beat. Real. He beat the counts I said he was gonna beat.
Silence could live another day. They're celebrating that they're idle, that in their beds while they sit.
Here she go. God damn. Now he out idle. I said he was gonna beat the RICO, y'all. I said a couple. I said, yeah. I'm gonna send it to you. I said a couple days. I said a couple days ago. You was on this live, so you remember. I said a couple days ago that the most they got Diddy on is transporting prostitutes. Said that a couple days ago. You was there. Don't sit back and act like you don't remember me saying that.
And wonder why their lives turned out that they're
you.
idle, someone they hope for, they aspire to be.
Hey,
someone
Juan.
that as he gets not guilty, he's not even going to say 2 words to these people. They are celebrating the fact that the man, the myth, the legend, someone that they looked up to, that their idol was set free. You guys, let's get into this. First of all, I do want to say I feel for all the victims that came forward, and I feel for all the victims that actually came forward and testified, that put their lives, that shared the most humiliating parts of their life, to be picked apart, to be mocked, to be laughed at. In the closing arguments, while the jury was sitting there giggling.
Diddy not facing 75 years, man. These charges only carry 10 years at the max. Like, they only carry 10 years at the max, man.
Why Mark Agnifilo was saying Cassie's gangster and she could take 2 or 3 people. And my heart goes out to the victims that actually came forward. And my heart goes out to the future victims that saw what happened, that saw what money and power bought. And my heart goes out to those people.
Just admit you lied. God damn, Tisa. You could have did a 3-minute video. Y'all, I've been lying the whole time. I got caught. God damn, yo. We don't need no hour-long video. Just say you lied. I lied, y'all. You feel me? I lied. I knew the evidence. I knew the evidence wasn't there. I was paid by mainstream media. I work for CNN. Fuck it. Just come clean. I work for CNN. I work for MSNBC. I've been lying on Diddy the whole time. I was part of the play. I was part of the takedown of a black man. Hey, yo. Why do you keep doing that, bro? I would much rather her say that than all this other shit. Yeah, man.
People that put themselves on the line only to get this. People are cheering for someone they didn't even know. People are cheering at the fact that someone that they would never let their daughter, their sister, their mother, their father, their brother, their friend be treated like that. But again, it is what it is. The prosecution is saying they are going to go for the maximum sentence, which carries 20 years. The judge is charged with sentencing. There's a chance that he could be out on probation. Now, I'm going to take you into the courtroom. What happened? Of course, listen, looking back, so I know what you guys are thinking, what happened, because I am in shock. You found the prostitution, but that's because there was no way you could get around it. You found the prostitution because there was no way to get around it. But for everything else, the arson, the kidnapping, the beatings.
They was all lies, yo. The beatings wasn't part of the case. Like, yo, I can't fuck with these. I can't fuck with media, man. Your mainstream media is wild. Yo, thank God for independent YouTubers. Like, yo, where would the world be without independent YouTubers, man? Like, straight up, yo. Cause this shit, yo, if we just had this, yo, we would be misled, misinformed, and all type of shit. You heard me? I think Sean G live now. He should take a victory lap. See, yo, but I've been on this shit way before a lot of these people. It was a time when I was the only one taking up for Diddy that I remember. I'm sure probably was some more out there, though. I was the only one saying it was bullshit. Day 2. Why you mad, yo? What are you talking about? Oh, no, so Sean G ain't go live yet. Is he live now? Wait. I gotta ready to go to work. Shit.
Not guilty. SCX selling up the body. Jane Doe, guilty. Puffy beat the feds on a RICO, which carried a life sentence. Puffy beat the feds on SCX trafficking, which carried a minimum of 20, maximum of life. He beat him. He took him to trial and he beat him. Straight up, fair and square. Even though they cheated. 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 Even though the feds cheated. He beat him fair and square. He beat him fair and square. Tanny Garagos is crying. Tanny Garagos is crying. She blowing her nose. Wiping her eyes. Tanny Garagos is crying.
They said not guilty?
Not guilty. Tanny Garagos was crying. Puffy looking over at the jury, doing this to all the jurors. Thank you, thank you. All Zone and Fitness. I got the best coffee in the world. My coffee the best. All Zone Fitness. Thank you for the super chat. Mark Agnifilo. Mark Agnifilo sitting on the corner. He chilling like Matt Dillon, ain't robbing, ain't stealing. He just sitting there like, yeah. Brian Steele over there posted up like this. Nicole Westmoreland sitting down right here. She just looking. Xavier Donaldson just looking. Jason Driscoll on the end. He looking. Alexander Shapiro over there. She looking. All of this, Anna Esteveo. She looking.
Who said Reggie K?
All of the assistant
going up
U.S.
TV with
attorneys
your
is in the front. They just like head down, trying to write.
AC Peddler, what are you talking about? Did they do nothing to no goddamn kids? Did they do nothing about? He might understand it, yo, because they played a dirty game, yo. It was to a point where we're gonna listen to him in the car. It was to a point where if you came to Diddy defense, you looked like you was co-signing the rape of little children. Or you was co-signing the rape of women. Yo, they did it with the lawsuits. I told y'all from the beginning. Yo, I don't think this is about Diddy going to jail. This was a slander campaign. This was a tarnishment of his legacy, of his image. They ain't want Diddy to go to prison for no life. If they did, they would have had a better suited case. You understand what I'm saying? They'd had a more solid, concrete case. They sit there and told the world. They sit there and told the world for months that this man was drugging women. Throwing baby oil on people and shit. Like, yo, what the fuck? They told the world he was throwing baby oil on people, man. That nigga Diddy was a motherfucking monster. He out this bitch dousing people with baby oil laced with drugs and shit. So he could gain advantage on his victims. This is shit. Yo, this is shit that they was telling people. You know, he was SL for the $10, man. He said, yo, how they find a man guilty of something that girls and women are doing all over the internet. Right, so if that's the case, you shut down the internet. You're right. That's why I found him not guilty on that too. Every time I'm ready to go, all right? Yeah, I'll see y'all later. I'd have found him not guilty on that too. But yeah, yo, they separated him from the industry, yo. You'd had to put your whole credibility on the line, and probably lost endorsements and lost money opportunities if you was going back Diddy. Now real niggas say fuck that shit, yo. But how many of these people real? You know what I mean? Yo, y'all remember, yo, we went through the worst. Niggas is calling us pedophiles and y'all remember that shit when it first happened? Yo, we was getting called all type of wild ass names. I'm like, man, y'all is tripping. Oh, you must beat on women. I can see a woman abuser when I see one. Like, yo, this is shit that they were saying to us, yo. I'm like, man, y'all tripping, man. Y'all, this bitch being lied to. Y'all don't need to see it. Yo, the jury did the right thing, yo. That's all the evidence said. I'd have found him not guilty off that just by off of what SL was saying. Like, yo, this is what people do. This is what people do. It's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle. A lot of people do that. So let's get to Sean G.
Clouded secrecy of the mystery religion was found.
We ain't trying to hear that. We ain't trying to hear that one. Hold up. Hey, I know I better get invited to the Diddy party. Straight up. Hey, Diddy, I better get an invite, Nick. Freaky ass, Nick.
I propose some bail conditions, whatever your honor sees fit, but he should be able to return to his house in Miami today.
He should continue. Why should he stop? Big man, he ready to get all-star nights now.
The judge started.
Diddy is finally ready to get all-star nights. He been trying to get all-star nights for years. Tissa Tell's gonna give it to him. He couldn't get it from Jane, so he gonna get all-star nights from Tissa Tell's.
Can't believe it. He's in shock. He's relieved. The judge says, Mr. Combs, I'm sure you do not want to go back to MDC Brooklyn. Puffy starts shaking his head like this to the judge, like, hell no. Your Honor, well, this is all happening in real time. We're going to be here all day.
Did he ready to come home?
Is there a response from the president? I am against releasing Puffy today. He has still been convicted of some very serious crimes, which carry a maximum penalty of 20 years. How she gets to the 20 years is that the maximum sentence of SEX selling of the body under the federal sentencing guidelines is 10 years. 2 counts, 10 years, 20 years. But she is putting gasoline on it, lighter fluid on it, because there's no way that they're going to run each of these counts consecutively. Meaning, you do one sentence, and after that sentence is done, you do the other sentence. What they're going to do is run both of those charges consecutive together, and whatever sentence that he is sentenced to, he will just do one sentence. I think that the minimum, I tried to look it up on the guideline, I think the minimum sentence is 6 months or 0 months to 10 years. I don't know. I looked it up. I couldn't find it.
Yeah, but
Maureen Comey, they went on.
Even with it being 0 to 10 years, yo, the feds got sentencing guidelines that depend on your record. You know, it depends on a lot of different variables. Like Diddy guidelines is probably 0 to 30 months. You understand what I'm saying? His guidelines probably extremely low. You talking about transporting private, and that's not even a violent crime either. And that nigga Diddy guidelines low as a bitch.
want to say that, Your Honor, Puffy engaged in drugs and coercion. He is guilty of some very serious crimes. And we are going to...
They living life. What do he need life for? Like, yo, really, yo, just think about... Yo, did he needed life? Like, why are y'all saying that, man? He needed life for being a freak. Life. Like, sentence him to the chair. Like, yo, y'all is tripping, man. Y'all can y'all admit that y'all was lied to? Like, that's the thing, yo. Once a person accept lies, they don't want to deal with the truth. They don't want to accept the fact that, yo, they don't want to accept the fact that they've been lied to. Come on, bro. They ain't do nothing to deserve no motherfucking life in prison. Nothing. What the fuck you doing? You backing up or you going forward, my nigga? Trash dog. It is what money do. That's another thing too, right? People thought Diddy was going to die in prison after he's paid $30 million for a legal change. Like, if y'all thought that, y'all don't know how this shit work. Yeah, man. That man paid $20 million for a legal change. He ain't ready to do no life in prison. It's a money game. Ain't nothing wrong with that. It's a great man say no party like a Diddy party. Straight up. Sweet to LeBron James, man. Yeah, sweet to LeBron. Hold up. Sweet to LeBron James, man. And Baby Oil coming back. Freak Off's coming back. This shit ain't over. Yeah, man. What did he say? Don't stop, won't stop, bad boy. This shit ain't over. You heard me? It's all coming back. Oh, I'm ready to run to this store. I'm ready to play Sean G while I run to this store.
Looking up case similar to Puff. It's New York, yo. To show where defendants have not been released after being convicted of SEX selling of the body, and looking for cases where defendants have been released for cases related to SEX selling of the body. The judge then said, all right, I'm gonna give y'all till 1 o'clock to come back, write a letter. Maureen Coney, you write a letter supporting your argument, and then Mark Agnifilo, you write a letter supporting your argument. Get this one. We will come back here at 1 o'clock.
Man, Wild King Nights coming back. Wild King Nights Vegas edition. Hey, Viral, we gonna get you in there. We gonna link you up with Tissa Towers, Viral. Wild King Nights, man. Straight up. Niggas thought it was over. Niggas thought it was over, man. Diddy better not stop Wild King Nights. I mean that shit. Fuck that. He gotta keep that shit going. He gotta keep, for the malicious prosecution, Wild King Nights lives on. You heard me? Because he gotta go through sentencing. They gonna be in there all day. Right, I told you. Yo, Wild King Night save relationships. If Remy Ma would have did a Wild King Night with Diddy, her and Papoose would have still been together. Straight up.
Come back here at 1 o'clock and you both will give me, what's up, Sidney?
Happy times, baby. Happy times.
We'll be back here at 1 o'clock. Maureen Comey, you give me your letter stating your position as to why he should still stay incarcerated. And then Mark Agnifilo, you give me.
Yo, there's no way you can justify keeping a man incarcerated for transporting prostitutes for sex. It's no way, yo. You cannot justify that. You can't say he's a danger to society. You can't say he's a threat to the community. You can't say that no more. Basically what the jury, hold on. I fucking hate this shit. Hold up, man. Swing it back over. Basically what the jury decided was everything that was being done was consensual. So it takes the criminal element out of it. You understand what I'm saying? Everything being done was consensual. Hey, yo, matter of fact, what the fuck happened to the witness intimidation charge that Tisa Tells was lying about? No, obstruction of justice. What the fuck happened to those charges, Tisa? Yo, we need to get Tisa Tells on the live, y'all. Straight up. We need Tisa Tells over here. We need to put her through an interrogation. First and foremost, we want to know who the fuck you work for, where you from, what's your real ethnicity, how long you been an American citizen. And then we want to know why the fuck she been lying all these times. Where's the witness intimidation and obstruction charge that you told your people that they was ready to hit Diddy with? What the fuck happened? When is KK gonna get arrested? Like, we got real questions, man. Cause what about D-Rock? Is there gonna be an indictment of D-Rock and KK? Because I don't believe it will. I don't believe it ever will. I don't believe the people that testified on didn't even have to fucking testify, man. Yo, it wasn't no gun charges stolen. Gun charges for what? Diddy had a team. Diddy had security. That was the security guns. Diddy wasn't prohibited from being around firearms. He wasn't no convicted felon. He wasn't no convicted felon. He wasn't prohibited from being around firearms. Yeah, DA, man. Tag Sister Tell we need her over here, man. We got questions, Tisa. You lying ass. Hey, Val, you don't understand the system. Didn't I just tell you they got sentencing guidelines? Google sentencing guidelines for a first-time offender. Matter of fact, I'll look it up. We can look it up. What is the federal sentencing guidelines for a first-time offender convicted of transporting prostitutes? Shit. So specific, they don't got no specific sentencing guidelines. 10 years. They say facts and circumstances of the defendant criminal history, the impact on the victim. What's the sentencing guidelines, federal sentencing guidelines for a first-time offender? Potential history, 0-point offender adjustment, which can lead to reduced sentences or probation. The First Time Offenders Act, the FFOA, specifically offers a pathway for eligible first-time, they're talking about drug offenders, to receive probation instead of incarceration. The Diddy's a first-time offender, y'all. Yeah, y'all, but Diddy, they wasn't Diddy guns. School, they wasn't Diddy guns. There wasn't no proof that they was Diddy guns. Diddy got a security team. Some guns was found in the security office of his house. That's where those guns was found at. He don't got no 2-gun charges now. They found him not guilty of all of that. Diddy got found guilty of 2 counts of transport prostitutes across state lines, which is a non-violent offense. It's a non-violent offense. Diddy should get probation for that. First time offender, Diddy should get probation for that, man. Time served. He already been locked up for what, 10 months, 7, 8 months. Time served, probation. Send that man home, man. Send that man home with his kids, man. Send that man home so he can get another freak off and, you know what I mean? Might go. Y'all think Diddy stopped the freak offs? Y'all confused. He's just gonna do them in Vegas now with his league. All sex workers gotta be in state. I mean, he can't do it across state lines no more. He know that's a crime. But he only doing in-state freak offs, man. That's it. I didn't get a chance to talk about DDG. I'm on his ass, man.
Give me your letter as to why he should be able to go home tonight. Why he should be able to go to Miami tonight. Maureen Comey said, I bet. Agnifilo said, I bet. But Agnifilo stood back up and had more to say. The judge said, Mark, I cut you off. I know you stood up. What would you like to say? Mark Agnifilo said that, Your Honor, Puffy has been given his life back. Puffy has been given his life back. He was facing life in prison. He was facing life. Cassie cooperated against him. She's an informant. Jane Doe is a rat. Brianna Bogelin is a rat. Dawn Rashad is a rat. Hey. All of them got on the stand. Deontay Nash, Capricorn Clark, Kid Cudi. These is all informants. These is all rats that got on the stand and pointed to my man and said, yeah, he did it. Give him life in prison. Mark Agnifilo said, Your Honor, he's been getting his life back. Puffy would be, these are Mark Agnifilo's words, he would be a fool to violate any of the conditions that you set forth for him to ensure his release.
Hey, the judge better not stop Wild King Nights. Fuck that. If the judge put in the conditions that he can't do no more Wild King Nights, I'm writing the judge. Straight up. We writing the judge, we send the judge letters. Wild King Nights lives on. You can't stop Wild King Nights, judge. Like that's a part of Diddy at this point. Hey man, he gotta keep it going, man. Gotta keep Wild King nights going. There's probably a whole bunch of people that want to be involved now. Tisa Tell's been begging for one, especially. At least, if it's in the conditions, one more Wild King night with Tisa Tell's, and that's right. That's all you get. If you had that in the instructions, I'm cool. Wild time, so you gotta at least give him that. I think that's fair. Can't take Wild. You know, already took the man. You already took 10 years of his. 10 months of his life. You can't take Wild King nights and hotel nights from him. Fuck that. Diddy might commit suicide.
Peace. I have his passport. He looked at Tenny Garagos. Do we have his passport? Tenny said, yeah, we got it. Mark said, we got his passport. He is not a flight risk. He should be allowed to go to Miami, New York, and Los Angeles. And he would be a fool to violate any of your conditions, and we will have the letter prepared for you at 1 o'clock. The judge said, I bet. Court is adjourned until 1 o'clock. Everybody got up. Tenny Garagos is like this. Tenny Garagos is like this. Blowing her nose. She crying. Anna Esteveo. She crying. Tenny hugged Mark Agnifilo. Mark Agnifilo hugged Brian Steele. Nicole Westmoreland hugged Brian Nifico. Nicole Westmoreland hugged. They all hugging each other. Puffy get down on the floor. Puffy get down on the floor. Puffy get down on the floor. The chair right here. Puffy get down on the floor and start praying. Start praying on the chair. All his lawyers. Anna Esteveo, she crying. She hugging Mark Agnifilo. Brian still chilling. He cool as a fan. Jason Driscoll, Alexander Shapiro, they all dapping up. And the prosecution, Puffy's still on the floor. Puffy's still on the floor. Everybody doing all of that. Everybody doing all of that. Puffy's still on the floor. Maureen Comey, she dip out. Her grill all messed up. All the other assistant U.S. attorneys, they all walking out. Puffy's still on the floor. Puffy's still on the floor. Puffy on the floor. Puffy on the floor like this. So Puffy get up. Puffy get up. He trying to hug Mark Agnifilo. He trying to hug Tenny Garagos. But the U.S. Marshal step in and like, nah, nigga, you can't hug nobody. You still in custody. The U.S. Marshal had to physically grab Puff and separate him from Agnifilo, from all his attorneys, and they escorted him out the side door. You could see when they opened the door. Then everybody left the courtroom.
See, yo.
And then
the criminal justice system, yo, has been overcharging black men, yo, since the fucking beginning of time, yo. I can't believe it was so many black people co-signing that shit, man. Like, I don't know everybody's life and what they've been through, yo, but that is a terrible feeling when you know you've been maliciously prosecuted. You know what I mean? When you know these people out to get you, and they lying, and they making up shit, and they coercing witnesses, and they falsifying evidence, and they misleading the judge, they misleading the jury, they misleading the public. Yo, I can't believe it was so many people backing that shit. Black people. I don't give a fuck about anybody else. But I can't believe it was so many black people co-signing this bullshit when this is what they have been known to do. Last night live, yo, we went and dig back in the R. Kelly case. The same shit R. Kelly was talking about when ain't nobody believe him, and we thought he was playing victim. That nigga was telling the truth. Cause they doing it to Diddy. They doing it to Diddy. And niggas co-signed this dumbass shit, man. Niggas really wanted that man to get life in prison for being a freak. That's it and that's all. He shouldn't even been found guilty on that, on transporting prostitutes. That's a way of life. These consenting adults. They consented. The sex workers, the porn girls, the porn stars, they all consented, man. They all consented. Yo, this was a serious overreach by the federal government, man. Serious overreach. And that man whole business out to the world. Fucked up his image, fucked up his legacy. That's all it really was about, for real. We're gonna ruin his image, we're gonna ruin his name. We're gonna tell the world that this man like putting other guys' semen on his chest. We don't even know if that shit true or not. We don't even know if that shit true or not, y'all. Just cause Cassie said it, they don't make it facts. Remember, Cassie lied about the balcony incident in her lawsuit. So we know she got a tendency of making stories up. Then they had a whole bunch of drug users testifying. Heavy drug users testifying, and we supposed to believe them. Like, this is all things that we've been talking about. Like, yo, since when did we make heavy drug users credible? Got heavy drug users on the stand, and they telling y'all they victims. They victims. You should believe these people. But they all had incentive to lie. Money was the motive. Money was the motive, man. They all had lawsuits, either active or pending. You understand what I'm saying? They all had a financial gain to benefit from Diddy going down. Told wild ass stories that couldn't be corroborated by nobody. Kid Cudi firebomb can't be corroborated. Capricorn Clark being kidnapped, but she went home every day. Like shit, if that's the case, my job kidnaps me 6 days a week. The fuck? If you can be kidnapped and go home every day, then yo, we all being kidnapped every time we go to work. We can file lawsuits and criminal charges on our employer for kidnapping us, because I don't want to be here. They holding financial benefit over my head every day. That's what the feds said that Diddy was doing. There's holding financial. They hold it. This is financial manipulation. If I don't go, I don't get paid. That's what the feds said Diddy did. But when you look at it like that, you realize that yo, this case is bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? When you look at it for what it really is, you realize early that the case was bogus. You can't charge a job with kidnapping, man. Because if you don't work, you don't get paid. Then he didn't extort Cassie's mother. That was some relationship shit. He didn't extort Cassie's mother, man. That was a false narrative. It's a false narrative, man. And they stole that man's mother. I'd have been mad as shit too. I get my girl a feature and she fucked the artist. Nigga, the fuck you mean? I want my fucking money back too. If I gotta tell you, look, man, look, you don't get my motherfucking money back, I'm gonna release these tapes, then that's the fuck I'm gonna do. Is it extortion? Maybe. But should you get life in prison for it? Is it really that serious? No, not for real. Because she probably did the same shit to him. He just ain't come out in court. They probably both was doing shit like that. I'm gonna tell you business. Shit, Cassie did it. I'm gonna write a book. Told that man I'm gonna write a book. Oh man, now the chat disappeared. Man, your TV on some bullshit, y'all. Hold on, man. I swear they doing some bullshit on this motherfucker. Alright, we back. Make freak offs great again. No heart mode, what it is. And make freak offs great again, man. Make freak offs legal again. Straight up, man. That's how we rock it, y'all. Next live, a heart mode. Next live, Diddy free. Make freak offs great again. Straight up. That's how we rock it. Exactly. For real though, OC. I don't want to go to this bitch, but I don't get paid. They forcing me. I'm being forced to go to work. We need to charge the United States with with trafficking, with financial manipulation, through force or coercion. United States government need to be charged with financial manipulation. And you can't survive without it. And if I don't work, I don't eat. That is financial coercion. Hey, North Memphis, I'm glad you're here. How you feel about North, man? What I tell you yesterday? Yeah, yo, they got us paying for water. What the fuck do you call that? Water supposed to be free. We gotta pay for water in the United States, yo. Like, what is that? What is that? What's going on, Brian? I don't know. They can't bring up the Shine situation. Yeah, what Shine situation? They didn't get found guilty on the Shine situation. They don't have any charges on his record. No charges. Shine situation is not going to be a relevance during sentencing. Hey, look, JS know. JS know about the baby oil. And there ain't nothing wrong with baby oil, man. Nothing wrong with a little Astro Glide. You feel me? Like, go ahead, y'all. Baby oil prices going up. Straight up. They ready to make Diddy the face. Johnson & Johnson, get up with Diddy, man. Straight up, man. Diddy need to be the face of baby oil. He done turned baby oil into a motherfucking sexual instrument. You heard me? Straight up, man. Yeah, I see Wack with the badge. I wonder how he tried to spin it. No, he didn't do that by mistake. He tried to hide that bitch. I told P Wack was the police, man. I ain't surprised. That nigga the police. You got here honorary member. You know what I mean? Who the fuck walks around with a badge in their fucking wallet? That's his get out of jail free card. Look, y'all, I'm one of y'all. You know what I mean? Look, my cousin the police. That mean I'm honorary. You feel me? I'm an honorary cop, man. Yeah, they need a baby or something. What you talking about? It's about them tapes. Oh, no, man, just admit you was wrong and you was lying to you. God damn. A lot of people don't want to never admit when they was lying to you, man. We ain't about no high rankings. They didn't get caught with no tapes. What are you talking about? Then he didn't get caught with no tapes. He should have. I'd have paid him too. Fuck, that's part of the game. It's a money play. They falsified evidence. They released. Like I said, it's high stakes gambling, man. It's high stakes. With your life on the line. I'd have paid the whole jury. Everybody get $2 million. Fuck you talking about 24 million to the jury. The case is bullshit. Yeah, he found guilty of the charge. I said that they was going to. That's all evidence said. Transporting prostitutes. I'd have found him not guilty off that just cause it's bogus. But you know, these law-abiding citizens. So they ain't gonna look at it how I look at it. I just said, fuck, not guilty. Hell no, we ain't doing that. All these people out here flying girls in and out. Flying people, you know what I mean? And now you gonna try to make Diddy the catalyst for everything that people got going on. Nope, not guilty. You can keep thinking Diddy ready to do a whole bunch of time. Hey, Rob, you tripping? Diddy fuck around get released today. They didn't get more than 3 years. They're not going to run them 2 10-year sentences. Not going to be ran consecutively. Hell no. That'd be that. Man, if that shit get ran, because that should be appealed immediately. Immediately. Like, I'm talking about, like, by the end of the week, that shit gonna be in front of an appeals panel, and they're gonna overturn that. They're gonna overturn that sentence. Man ain't got no criminal history, man. That man can still get probation. How you jump from probation to 20 years? Yeah, his point's gonna be low. Points gonna be low as shit, man. They call it 0-point offender. I just looked that up. It's called, he's a 0-point offender. That's what Diddy is right now. Still eligible for probation. And he's still eligible for probation. Hey, Val, you haven't been right yet. Like, yo, what the fuck? Like, yo, I don't know why people just don't want to listen, yo. I don't be on here talking, man. Like, I have a great understanding of law. Like, great. Like, better than your average. If people haven't noticed that yet, then, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't be out here speaking off emotion. I don't be on here speaking off emotion, man. That's not what I said. I said that the most they can find them guilty on is transporting prostitutes. Viral. USA. I've said it more than once. I've said it at least 5 times that I can remember. Overcharging black men with crimes and other black men fighting against it. I think that would be typical nigga shit. I would hope so. I would hope it'd be typical. If it ain't typical, we need to make it. We need to make it typical nigga shit. Yo, you keep telling some fucking white girl. I don't know about this white girl. I don't know about her. Like, I would salute to the white girl, wherever she is. I hope she's safe. But I don't think Diddy has been charged with a disappearance of a white girl. And man, you know, that didn't come up in court. Wherever she is, I hope she's safe and living the best life possibly. But Diddy ain't charged with that. I don't think it was over nothing. I think Diddy saved the day. Cause I think if they'd have got Diddy on this, they'd have came after whoever next. They only attack black people with these laws, man. Not only. I mean, so I don't want to make it, but a large percentage. If they was able to get Diddy with sex trafficking, a large percentage of black men would have been following right behind him. I'm still waiting on Adam 22's indictment. So you think Drawer 25 is the one that stopped everything? One drawer? I doubt it. I think most of them Georges is in that bitch like, yo, what the fuck is this? Especially when they been lied to for 6-7 months. They probably went in that bitch, thought they was ready to see some children. They probably like, yo, what the fuck? Because they all seen they seen the coverage. They seen the lawsuits. You know what I mean, it was too publicized. They all seen it. Then they got caught and let down. Oh, these motherfuckers wanted in. They all sold their soul. The fuck? Can't get mad because Diddy brought their soul. The fuck? If you out here selling them, shit. If I had the money, I might start buying souls too. If they for sale, shit. You know what you can do with a soul? You know what you can do? You know what you can do with a soul in 2025? Shit. Fuck you, man. You can do a lot with that. Fuck, nigga. Motherfucking selling them bitches. I got the money, I'm buying. How much you want? 20,000? Yeah, give me that. Yo, nobody idolizes rap music. You must watch Charleston White, Byron. Nobody idolizes no motherfucking rap music. We grown ass people over this bitch. You give a fuck about no rap music? I hardly even listen to rap music. Fucking idolize rap music. The problem is they would have did this to Diddy. See, let me tell you something. The problem is that the federal government has been destroying the black community since they've been around. That was their purpose. That's what they was created for. They was created for the destruction of the black community. The federal government used to focus on high-level drug dealers. You know, everything was high level. Now, the federal government is just grabbing every motherfucking body. Your neighborhood crack dealer that's selling the 8 ball a week is going to the feds. Getting crazy time. That's bullshit for a situation that they created. So they created a situation where drugs and guns is in the community. Now they're attacking the same for profiting off a situation that they created. Man, niggas is stupid. The fuck, man? The fuck out of here, man. They ain't do nothing to no motherfucking Tupac. Niggas dumb as shit. Co-signing the federal government like they care about the people. Man, fuck out of here, man. Federal government only interest is the federal government. They'll fuck over your family member, Byron. They'll fuck your son over or daughter over. Whenever they feel like it. You out this bitch co-signing. You need to be ashamed of yourself, man. You need to be ashamed of yourself. Co-signing the feds. It's the feds. The feds don't go after you unless they got you. Man, fuck the feds. Fuck you, man. Hey, fuck like no goddamn feds. They ain't no different than the state. Niggas all in jail. Praising them niggas. So what? His mother raised him. She should have been mentioned 36 times. She could have mentioned the 46. That shit don't make a difference. It's only part he got. Yo, Kim Porter had pneumonia living life. She died of pneumonia. She was sick for days. She didn't die abruptly. Like the internet is trying to... Yo, why do y'all think... Like, yo, just think about that. He killed his son's mother. But his kids is in court with him every day. Like, yo, if my father killed my mother, I wouldn't be fucking with my father. If it was speculation that my father killed my mother, I wouldn't be fucking with my father. Like, yo, obviously the kids know something. I mean, it's obvious that the kids know that, yo, my father ain't killed my motherfucker. My mother was sick. She had pneumonia. Yo, pneumonia kills people if it's not treated in time. It happens, man. If I were yesterday, did he fuck around? Come on. Yeah, but the check didn't get cashed. And everybody is dead in Tupac murder. Nobody is alive to vouch. That's why Keefe D is on an island by himself. Yeah, man. Nobody is alive. Everybody is dead. The only person alive is Keefe D. And Keefe D is not credible. If you think the state is going to bring Keefe D on the stand to testify on Diddy, then yo, you are tripping. Keefe D done gave 75 different statements. Keefe D don't even believe himself. you think they gonna say, yo, we got a star witness, y'all, Keefe D. Hey, y'all, imagine that. Yo, if they was to bring charges on Diddy and have Keefe D as the star witness, Suge Knight don't know about no money. Alright, let's make it Keefe D and Suge Knight. Fuck it. Keefe D and Suge Knight, the star witnesses against Diddy. Yo, that case is gonna be laughable. That case is gonna be just as laughable as the YSL case with Woody as the star witness. So y'all want another YSL Rico. Y'all want taxpayers' money to go to y'all want taxpayers' money to go to another YSL Rico with Keefe D and Suge Knight, the star witnesses. Yo, y'all crazy as a motherfucker, man. Yeah, pneumonia is serious, man. Pneumonia will kill you, man. Pneumonia will kill you, man. It attacks your lungs aggressively. And she was a small woman. Talk about Keith. Diddy gonna go down for Tupac murder. Diddy ain't going down for shit. Diddy gonna have another freak off. Yeah, man, freak off's back, man. Straight up. Next live, I'll tell y'all. Freak off's coming back. That's the title of the next live. Free Diddy. Freak off's coming back. Straight up. Oh my God, I don't know nothing about no goddamn pedal symbols, man. Yeah, I don't get into all of that, yo. Like I deal with reality, yo. Like I don't give a fuck about none of that dumbass shit. Freak off's coming back. Gee, there was a fucking bozo. Yo, what the fuck are y'all pissing me off? Living life, you be over here too long. Gene Deal is a fucking clown, man. What are you talking about? Yo? We don't. Only time we talk about Gene Deal is if we shaming him, cause he deserved to be shamed. Other than that, yo, I gotta add his ass to the list. Yo, we don't quote Gene Deal over here. All right, so this is the list, yo. We don't quote Gene Deal. We don't quote Vlad. We don't quote Adam 22. We did quote Adam 22 one time. That'll never happen again. Yo, we don't quote Jaguar Wright, Tisa Tells. Yeah, we don't quote these people, man. You watch it for entertainment, get a laugh off of them, and keep it moving. They don't say nothing substantial. If Gene Deal didn't like Diddy so much, his bitch ass should have got on that stand. Nigga, he should have been he should have been witness number 8. Fuck, nigga. Him and Jaguar Wright. I ain't going no Diddy freak off. No, I ain't going no Diddy freak off. But hey, I might be at the next Diddy party going live. Yeah, Diddy better give me an invite. I'm on his ass. If I don't get an invite to the Diddy party, I'm on his ass. Straight up. That quick. It's gonna change. On his ass, man. Tisa Tell's going to the freak off. He might only get one, y'all. Until like I said earlier. It might be part of his conditions that freak offs gotta stop. I ain't gonna lie. If part of Diddy conditions is freak off gotta stop, Diddy might just say send me to jail. Straight up. I can't stop freak offs. Diddy ain't stopping no freak off. If that's part of his conditions of release, Diddy is gonna say, hold up, I wanna talk this over with counsel. And they gonna come back and they gonna say, just give me 3 years. I'll do 3 years. And I can freak off after that. Hey, give me 3 years, man. 3 years and let me keep my freak offs, man. Fuck that, yo. You can't stop the freak offs. Straight up. Alright, fuck. Diddy can't stop them bitches. I might. Never know. Never know what the future holds, man. Wait, like, nah, man. This ain't about Diddy. I keep telling people, yo, this is about the criminal. I got a beef with the justice system. I don't know if y'all noticed that. Ever since I was done wrong by the system, my goal is to expose the system for corruption. That's my goal on YouTube, y'all. I just realized that today. My goal on YouTube is to expose the system for corruption and the malicious prosecution of black men. What's up, kids? Sick and tired of it. They get away with it. They get away with it way too often. You said smash your cousin? Man, rest in peace to Smash, man. Yeah, yo. See, y'all don't understand, yo. I seen the worst of the system, yo. I know how they operate. That's what separates me from a lot of these other guys. I know how they operate, yo. I seen it. My own case, my own eyes. They did it, and I didn't even know they was doing it. It took me years to realize that motherfucker was done dirty. That's how slick they is. They'll pull a rug right from under you and you don't even realize it. You be like, damn. You thinking everything was on the up and up, you got a good deal. Meanwhile, you shouldn't have did a day in prison. Meanwhile, somebody should go to jail for what they was doing. Like Diddy case. Somebody should be prosecuted for this, man. Not Diddy. The trumped up charges, the media manipulation, all of that was part of the same play. All of that was part of the same play. Yeah, they crooked. And see, people don't care until it happened to one of their family members. I know a lot of people that was done dirty, man. I got a homeboy that caught 7 years, y'all, and they ain't found it with nothing. He ain't get caught with nothing. They had no evidence. Get a man 7 years in prison. I know niggas that caught life because the inmates testifying on them. They had to throw out the main evidence. They had them on fingerprints. They couldn't use the fingerprints no more. So they brought a whole bunch of inmates to testify on them. Gave that man 30 years, man. State dropped the case, feds picked it up. Put 30 years with the feds on a murder. That was a state case. It should have never went federal. Just because the case was publicized. You know what I mean? Like, yo, people just don't know. If you ain't been around, you don't know. You just listen to what they tell you. I'm telling you, I know for a fact these people is dirty. It ain't debatable. I know for a fact that they will lie. I know for a fact that they will falsify evidence. I know for a fact that they will coerce witnesses. I know this for a fact. I know for a fact that if you give a person immunity, they'll come on the stand and lie and won't face no consequences. I know this for a fact. Woody went on the stand and lied, made up stories. He had immunity, no jail time. Meanwhile, everybody else caught wild ass probation pleas. What's up, Nikki? Where you been at? Oh, come on, Nikki. That's why you ain't been around. Nikki, you shouldn't have went to jail, Nikki. You been over here too long to say that. You know that was a play the whole time. You know that was a play. Got no evidence. You didn't sex traffic nobody. It wasn't no kids, Nikki. Yeah, the jury did right. That's all the evidence spoke for. All the evidence spoke to was transporting prostitutes. That's it. all the evidence spoke to. She transported prostitutes. I'd have said not guilty just cause. That's bogus. But, you know, everybody ain't gonna look at it that way. No, Nikki, come on, Nikki, how many videos I did when I told y'all wasn't no kids involved? I done had to say it at least 150 times. I've been telling y'all wasn't no kids involved, man. Oh, why would you think that? Unless you thought I was lying. You know, I ain't gonna lie to you. Mainstream media lied to you before I did. We read paperwork. We read the paperwork when Diddy lawyer said wasn't no kids involved. We read paperwork where Diddy lawyer said Cassie enjoyed the freak offs. And well, I ain't been wrong yet, North Memphis. Now, if you caught me in a lie or caught me being wrong, then I can agree. I can see you saying that. Hey, straight up to ass Sweetie to Nikki, man. Hell yeah, I said that shit a million times. I've been told people there ain't no kids in this case. Not one child in this case. And there's not a whole bunch of victims. For the longest time, I even told y'all victim 3 wasn't coming to court. Told y'all victim 3 wasn't coming to court. Hold up, y'all. I gotta take pictures of this truck. Yeah, man, like this, these are things that was said. It's all documented. It's all documented. Remember they were saying something about victim 3? Diddy legal team was like, yo, y'all keep talking about victim 3, and y'all haven't even talked to this girl. Victim 3 is on the side of the defense. That was all in paperwork. So for people that wasn't reporting it, they were just misleading people intentionally. Because all of that was in paperwork. What's up, bro? No, that's not true, man. Y'all keep talking about kids, man. Where y'all getting this shit from? Alright, hold up, y'all. Yo, Nicky Love, you crazy as a motherfucker. No, he didn't, man. I'm looking at that.
Oh, you look what, as far as cost?
Yeah. That's how I've been looking all overall.
It's been looking pretty steady. We had 36 calls over.
But yeah, though, man. Diddy, the jury got it right, man. Any decision outside of this would have been a miscarriage of justice. Like it's fucked up. Huh? Oh, alright. Oh shit, I gotta get ready to go, y'all. Make sure I hit that like button, make sure I subscribe to the channel. Never they keep giving you